You ever look at a trash can in a wood shop or a print lab and just feel like a failure as a steward of the earth? I walked into the shop yesterday and saw a bucket full of what 3D printer folks call poop, those little squiggles of wasted plastic from color changes, and it looked like a rainbow vomited in a bucket. It's a lot of money just sitting there as landfill fodder.
Always the romantic, Tiger. Rainbow vomit is exactly how I'd describe the floor of your shop after a long weekend. But honestly, for someone who hates waste as much as you do, isn't that just the price of doing business in 3 dimensions?
It used to be, but the tech is finally catching up to my cheapskate heart. You've seen the Snapmaker U1. They've finally moved past the one nozzle fits all headache and went with a tool changer system. It's like a surgical team. When it needs a different color, it just hands off the entire scalpel and grabs a fresh one. No more purging 3 inches of plastic every time you want a different shade of blue.
So instead of a printer snotting out half a spool of filament into a bucket, it's just efficient? That sounds almost too sensible for the tech world. What's the catch? Is it going to cost me a kidney?
Well, keep both your kidneys for now. It's surprisingly accessible. And even Creality is getting in on it with their CFSC system for the K1. They're using the stick method to swap filaments. It reminds me of the first time I tried to weld 2 different alloys without checking the chart. Total mess until I realized there's a specific rhythm to how materials need to meet.
Speaking of things meeting, you're always harping on the Maker's Bible. I assume you mean All 3DP? I saw their newest breakdown on 3D scanning. It looks like we're getting to the point where I can just wave my phone at a broken hinge and have a digital replica in seconds.
We are living in the future, Alex. I used to spend 4 hours with a pair of calipers and a prayer trying to reverse engineer a bracket for an old tractor. Now, you scan it, tweak the mesh, and hit print. If you aren't reading those deep dives, you're basically trying to hunt deer with a sharpened stick while everyone else has GPS.
Okay, move over from the plastic. Let's talk real heat. You mentioned the WAEC 2026 conference in Minneapolis. Are you actually going to go, or are you just looking for an excuse to eat your weight in cheese curds?
Listen, the cheese curds are a non-negotiable perk. But June 2nd through the 4th, that's where the robots are. We're seeing a shift where automation isn't taking the welder's job. It's just taking the back-breaking, lung-clogging part of it. The American Welding Society is showing off tech that handles the repetitive stuff so the human can focus on the art of the join.
I'm guessing that's where the money is. I saw the Welding Journal report on the CWI, the Certified Welding Inspector. Is that the I've chased the dragon long enough and now I want a clipboard phase of the career?
It's more than a clipboard, Alex. It's the difference between being the guy under the truck and the guy who signs off on the bridge staying up. It's a massive salary jump, but more importantly, it's about being the person with the final word. I remember a job years ago, a structural frame for a kiln. I thought I knew better than the inspector. I spent 3 days grinding out beads because I was 1 millimeter off the spec. Humility is a heavy hammer, and let me tell you, it hits hard. Getting that certification means you've mastered the discipline, not just the spark.
So it's about moving from I can do this to I know why we do this.
Exactly. It's the master part of master craftsman. And if you're looking to scale up, that's the gold standard.
Let's pivot to the maker mogul side of things. I love your value-based pricing rant, mostly because I've seen you sell a bowl for $20 that took you 6 hours and $40 in sandpaper to make.
Hey, those were early days. But yeah, most makers are their own worst enemies. We look at a piece of wood that costs us $5 and think, I can't charge $100 for this. But you aren't selling the wood. You're selling the fact that the customer didn't have to spend 10 years learning how to not cut their thumb off to make it.
You listed 10 high-margin winners for 2026. Personalized laser-engraved home office gear seems to be the big one. Why is that still hitting so hard?
Because everyone is working from home and everyone's desk is boring. A modular desk organizer made of walnut with a magnetic phone dock. It cost me maybe $12 in material and an hour on the CNC, but it solves a problem. It's the perceived value. If it saves someone 3 minutes of frustrated digging for a pen every morning, that's worth $50, $60, maybe $80 to them.
So quit pricing like a grocery store and start pricing like a problem solver.
That's the secret. If you price by the hour, you're just an employee of your own garage. If you price by the impact, you're a business owner.
Before we wrap, I have to ask about this secret mountain table. I saw the photos online. It looks like someone trapped a piece of the Rockies in a block of glass. Is that actually doable in a weekend? Or is that just internet time where a weekend actually means 3 months?
It's actually surprisingly fast if you use the right resin and don't overthink the topography. The trick is high-speed sanding, We used to spend days going from 80 grit up to 4,000. Now, with the new ceramic abrasives and modern finishes, you can get a mirror shine on a topographic pour in an afternoon.
And the vintage machine stands? That feels very Tiger style.
It's a classic for a reason. Mixing steel and wood is like a good marriage. The steel provides the backbone, and the wood provides the soul. It's the perfect home for something like that snap maker we talked about. Putting a high-tech tool on a stand that looks like it was salvaged from an 1890s textile mill. There's a poetry in that.
So, what's the one thing people should take away from today, besides the fact that you're a closet poet?
I'd say it's this. Stop waiting for the perfect time to upgrade your skills or your prices. Whether it's getting that welding certification or finally charging what you're worth for those laser-etched coasters, the gap between hobbyist and professional is just a decision to take your sweat seriously. Don't waste your plastic, don't waste your time, and for heaven's sake, don't undercut your own talent.
Well said. I'll go find the resin. You go find the mountain.
It's a deal. Catch you all in the den next time.